Hi, guys. All right, here we go. Let's see. Sean, Bev B, Miss Carol. Hey, Jade. Hey, Hannah. How are you guys doing? I don't know about y'all, but I hate technology right now. Really hate technology. I wonder if plastic pacifiers are going to be in the list. Yeah, so this background made me think of like ginger ale. So I figured I'd go with a fizz background. So, yes. Hey, Steph. Oh, yeah. Yeah, my shirt. Yeah. Y'all, I actually got out and about today. I went to lunch with my stepmother, and we had a very nice lunch. I had a glass of wine, and then we went over to TJ Maxx and went shopping. It was great. Oh, thanks, Jade. So, did you get new shoes? No, I didn't get new shoes. I need to get new shoes, but they didn't have any that were good. So yes, I did have a day drink today. So yeah. Yeah, no, Adam and I, for the last hour, we've been trying to reset our camera doorbell. Um, we have what's called an Arlo driveway camera and then an Arlo doorbell camera. Well, I got both devices for my birthday. Adam already had a subscription to Arlo with our old camera, so when I put the new doorbell in, I had a new account. So now we're on two separate accounts, and our free trial subscription on the doorbell runs out tomorrow. So we had to wipe it off my account and basically start over. And now it doesn't want to connect to anything. It doesn't want to connect to the internet. It doesn't want to connect to the Arlo app. It doesn't want to connect, and it's been driving us crazy. So yeah, that's what we've been dealing with for the last hour. Yeah. Hey, Melanie. So yeah, not a fan of technology. I also have been struggling with trying to set up this new website for WeWax. I watched one YouTube video and it stressed me out so bad with my anxiety. I had to get up and walk away. So I'm working on it. I will get there. It's just a lot of information. Basically, I'm old and technically, technology challenged. So yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun, let me tell you. So yeah. So how are all of you doing? I hope all of you are well. Old isn't an excuse. No, it is. It is. The video I watched, yeah. It was like, no offense to anyone that's this age, but it was like maybe a 21-year-old kid going super fast through it and trying to start to finish setting up a website. Yeah. So yeah. Yes. Yeah, so I'll get there. Adam's going to help me. We did find out that there is a way to do what I want it to do. That's all I'm going to say. I can't do it through Shopify, so we're going to do something else within Shopify. But my husband, being in IT, he can do it. So I'm happy about that. So I'm working on it. I did get my PO box. So I have that all set up, ready to go. Let me tell you, y'all, UPS, a small UPS mailbox through the UPS store is $340 for 1 year. Crazy. But you get a street address. You can have any package you want shipped to that address. They'll hold it indefinitely. They email you when you get something to your box. So it's definitely way better than when I had my USPS mailbox, when they never notified me and they would only hold your packages for like a week and then just bye-bye. So yeah. Yeah. Secret hacker code. Yeah. Hey, Mackenzie. I know, one step at a time, but me having anxiety the way that I do, I'm very structured and very step by step, and like I have to finish one thing before I can go to the next thing. So yeah, it's just anxiety. I'll get through it. I'll get through it. Workers don't seem to hate their lives while working there. Yeah, the girl was super nice and walked me through, walked over to the box. We tested the key. It has a actual street address on it instead of a PO box address. So I am happy about that. I bought my domain. I have 2 domains that I bought. One I was going to go with, Steph, you're probably going to be upset with me, but I decided not to go with the original one that I was going to go with. It was too long. So I bought a different one over the weekend. So that's bought. So that can be incorporated into the website. So now I have to start making the testers and send the testers out to a few people for them to test the wax, because I definitely want it tested before I release it. Even though I've been using it for a week and a half, and for me, it's perfect. It's way better than before. But I want other people to try it out first. So yes. You know, I could just do it all for you. I know, Bev, but I have to do this myself. I should probably put my glasses on. I need to do this myself for me so that it's like a me thing. I have to do it for me. So yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah. The only thing I did not get with the UPS box, they had a $50 option where you get an actual key to the store that you can go in 24/7 and access your box. I did not do that because honestly, I'm not going to be picking up a lot of things from the store. I'm just using it as a address for my shipping labels for WeWax. So yeah. All I use is the UPS store and always like them. Yeah, they were way more friendly than the postal service. So yeah. Yes, it is nice to get other people's perspectives. I mean, and even if it's, constructive criticism and needs some changes made, I'd much rather do this process the right way and get it tested and get the right formula before I just throw something out there that people aren't going to like. So, yeah, I way prefer UPS. Yeah, it's a little bit more expensive, but totally worth it. In my opinion, you get what you pay for. So, yeah. So I had a great day today. I went out and about, and that was nice to get out of the house and, wear real clothes and put on a little bit of makeup and spend time with my stepmom. She's lovely. I'm actually going to start doing some charity work with her. Some of you know my family has a foundation and we donate to charities every year. And I want to start being more involved in the process. So the actual fundraising of charities and going to events and networking and meeting people. I think it would also help with my social anxiety. So my stepmom and I talked about that. So I might be able to get to go to some bougie events. So I get to play dress up. So it'll be fun. But mostly it's to learn the process of our family foundation, and because we don't know what to do once my dad's not here anymore. So my sister and I need to learn the process and how it works, and because he wants to keep it going, because this was my great uncles and then my grandfathers and my dad, and he wants to keep it going. So yes. Yeah, I have LinkedIn, Bev. I don't use it. So yeah, I'm super excited. They just got back involved with here. It's called Lewis Ginter Botanical Gardens. It's a very beautiful, large piece of land that has just awesome sculptures and flowers and bushes. I mean, all kinds of just gorgeous things you wouldn't see in everyday life. They have an awesome annual Christmas event they put on from like November to January where everything's lit up at night. So they're doing some fundraising for that organization. So I told her I would help her with that. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. So yes, I think it'll help, Bev. It'll help. I need to get out and do some things, and what better way to do that than by volunteering and trying to help charities and people in need. Apparently, my stepmother has taken quite an interest in trying to help with actually human trafficking. It's a huge problem everywhere, and the numbers in our area are staggering. I had no idea that it had gotten that bad, especially where we live. So definitely want to look into that as well. Helping people with that situation. It just breaks my heart to think of all those people. So yeah. So anyway, so we had a nice chat about that. Again, I'm working on the whole getting WeWax running again, hopefully soon. I got my Lazy River wood turning pens in the mail over the weekend. I have not opened the box. I will do that on camera, so I'll have a video for you on that. Very excited that I was able to get some. I have a couple of diamond paintings coming from Diamond Art Club. I ordered a Mrs. Buttered one that I was finally able to get, and then also a new one. It was a real small canvas that they released this past weekend of just a little black cat on the table. I went ahead and got that one because it was a small, not a huge, ginormous canvas. So yeah. Oh, yours shipped today? Good. Yeah. Oh, I do have amazing willpower, Hannah. I do, especially if I want to open it on camera. I let it sit on the table as much as I want to open it and look at it. I let it sit on the table. So you can ask anyone. Ask my husband. Ask Sean. I have lots of things that sit on my table. We don't use my kitchen table for eating. We use it for storing packages. So yeah. All right. Did anybody do anything fun over the weekend? Did you have a relaxing weekend? Sometimes we play games. That's true. Sometimes we play Uno. Yep. You're too excited to see the things you ordered. Yeah. But I also like to, with my content anyway, I like for you guys to hear my reaction when I open something and see it for the first time. I don't know. I've had a lot of people say that it's fun to get my initial reaction. So yeah. I wouldn't wait either. Who cares about the opening of the box? I just want to see the stuff. Oh, we do have that new Jenga to play. Yeah, Sean got me a Jenga game from the Coca-Cola factory in, was it Pennsylvania? Really cool. I have to hide the things I haven't opened yet because seeing it is too tempting. Yeah. The reaction is good. Yeah. Yeah, I know, and I keep seeing everybody's beautiful pens on Instagram, and yeah, so in Atlanta, the Amazing World of Coca-Cola, right? Okay, yeah, he got me a Jenga game from the Atlanta Coke factory place. So, yay! I also got to have lunch on Saturday with my middle nephew, who's turning 18 actually tomorrow. So that was fun. My mom and I took him out to eat lunch. Got to talk to him. Oh my gosh, I forgot. He's going to college in DC, and I totally blanked on the name of it, but it's a college in DC. So be a quick train ride to go visit him. It's only about 2 hours away from us. So I'm very excited for him. He is as well. So yay. Hey, I learned a new game. I learned Blocus, and it made me feel like a dumbass. Blocus? I've never heard of that. Yeah, that's sweet Dixie champagne. That's right. That's right. And what does Matt call soda? Spicy water. Spicy water. I thought that was so funny that Matt calls any soda spicy water. I don't really understand it, but it's funny. Yeah. Locust sounds like something you do in the bedroom. It does, doesn't it? It does. I want y'all to know that I binged the crap out of New Amsterdam on Netflix. I watched all 4 seasons, and the 5th season is only on Peacock, and I am refusing to pay for Peacock to watch the 5th season, so I will wait for it to come out on Netflix. But if you have not seen New Amsterdam, I highly recommend watching it. It's based on a true story of a book that was written about a hospital in Bellevue Hospital in New York City, and about a medical director that totally turned a public hospital around. So I highly, highly recommend watching it. It's very, gives you hope for people. Really does. That's great show. Because it hurts his throat. Really? All soda? I think it's great. I don't drink soda. I only drink ginger ale when I don't feel well. Sometimes I'll drink a Coke here and there, but normally not. So, yeah. So I've had a busy couple of days, but I feel really good. Good. All right. So I know you guys saw the title. So I found this article and I was just like, oh my gosh. Now, some of you may not know some of these trends because they're older. Some of you might be too young to know what these are, or you don't remember them. But I saw this. I was like, this is great. I have to actually talk about these because they're awesome. Basically, they're trends that everyone totally forgot about. Like they were one-hit wonders, basically, and then they went away. So drink a Coke with some greasy pizza or fried chicken. Right. That's pretty much the only time I have a Coke is when I have like fried chicken or pizza. Yeah. Iggy was my favorite, Carol. Out of all the characters, he was my favorite. He was my absolute favorite. Yep. Banana clips. I remember those. Aiden asked for a Coke with pizza only. Yeah. I only drink coffee and water. That's all I drink. Like I said, unless I don't feel well, then I'll drink a ginger ale or I'll have a Coke here and there. So, yes. Okay. So, all right, there are 20 things. So the first thing, do y'all remember Gangnam Style by Psy? It was a song that used to be everywhere. Yeah, and there was this crazy video he did with it. It was, oh my gosh, all the time. Now, it doesn't tell me what year it was, but it was basically around and then it wasn't. Do y'all remember that one? Yeah, Gangnam Style, right? Yeah, that was great. I remember just watching that, just laughing my ass off. Like, this guy is so dumb. So dumb. Psy is still popular on TikTok. Is it really? You danced to that at your high school dance? Oh my gosh. Yeah, the dance was great. Yeah. Gangnam Style. That's right, Steph. Replace that Peaches song. Yeah. So, all right, that's the first one. The second one, California raisins. Do you remember the clay animated California raisins in the 80s and 90s? These little turd-looking dried fruits crooned their way into our hearts, and then they simply disappeared. I think it's probably because everyone came to their senses and realized that raisins are disgusting. Y'all, these California raisins, oh my gosh. I can't show you on the camera because of the background, but yeah. They look like Mr. Potato Heads that move. Do y'all remember those? Yeah. Yeah, little plastic figures. That's the picture that I have here on the article. Yeah. Those would make awesome cover minders, actually. The raisins gave me nightmares. Oh my gosh. I just remember seeing, like, I want to say they were on like commercials and stuff. I hate raisins, but I remember them singing "Heard It Through the Grapevine." Yep, yep, exactly. Yep. All right, that was number two. Number three, blackberries. Um, remember these tiny little inconvenient smartphones? I remember when I got my first one, eons after everyone else, but I loved it. You would share your long random pin with people so you could message BlackBerry to BlackBerry. Oh my gosh, not gonna lie, my dad might still have his. I remember back in the day, excuse me, everybody had a freaking BlackBerry. Everybody had a BlackBerry. It's like, oh, it was like a mini typewriter. Yeah. Uh, that makes me think of claymation wrestling on MTV. Oh, I remember that. I remember that. Everyone did have a BlackBerry. One of my favorite episodes of The Office is when Michael gets a BlackBerry. That one was great, Hannah. I remember that one. Yes, that was awesome. Yes. It's just I remember and they weren't that little. I know they're saying little, but the Blackberries I remember they weren't that little. So my friend bought a Blackberry for 5K. 5K? Why? Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Okay. Now I know somebody in this chat had this at one point. Okay. Um, wait, so we had 1, 2, 3. I don't need to say what number it is. Okay, the next thing is you can alter their insides for okay, good to know. All right, I know one of y'all have this, a waterbed. My mom had one. And I broke it once. My cat punctured it. She had to keep replacing the liner in it because it kept busting. Yeah. Waterbeds are one of those things that seem like it would be great in theory, but it's actually extremely dumb, like maybe the worst idea ever. I feel like there were more waterbeds in movies than in the 80s and 90s than there were in real life. They led you to believe waterbeds were the way of the future. They decidedly were not. Yeah. Yeah, you had a waterbed, Carol, right? Matt had one. Yeah, waterbeds never seemed like a good idea to me. Yeah, right. My friend's parents had one. You loved your waterbed? Hey, Letitia. You'll know all of these. I know, I do too. Matt and I both slept on a twin size waterbed. Really? Gosh, that would be uncomfortable. They were nice. They were nice and warm because you actually, I don't know if you had that option, Carol, but my mom had one that it was like a heated option. You could heat it up. Yeah. Yeah, it was zero support, but it was so much fun to play on it. Like my sister and I would jump on it and play because if you stay at one side and jump really hard, the other person goes flying off. It's amazing. It's amazing until you get seasick from the motion of the ocean. Right? Yeah. 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 So waterbeds. Yes. All right. The next one is ready. Guitar Hero. Do y'all remember Guitar Hero? Remember being at friends' houses in college, and after that, all anyone wanted to do was play Guitar Hero. If you weren't playing, you sat there and watched, hypnotized by those little buttons lighting up. It was not that fun. I don't know why it became such a huge deal. I agree. I was not that big a fan of Guitar Hero. I was the person that would sit and watch. I love to watch, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. So, yeah. Yeah, they all had heaters because you couldn't sleep on them with cold water in them. Yeah. It sucked the heat right out of your body. Yeah, that's true. I guess that is true, Carol. Yeah. Hey, my Jigsaw Diamonds. This makes me feel so old because some of these don't even seem that old to me. I know. When I was going through this list, I was like, oh my God, I'm ancient. Playing through the Fire and Flames on Expert was a rite of passage. Are you old enough to have done that, Sean? Played in college. Living on a Prayer was my jam. Yep. Yep. I was so bad at Guitar Hero. They really aren't that old. Yeah, some of these aren't that old. Guitar Hero was your shit. Was it really? I don't believe that, Sean. I don't believe that. How old were you? Like 8? Hey, Veronica, how are you, Shug? So yeah, I just remember watching people play it. Yeah, Rock Band is better. Okay. All right. Now, this one is still a current one, in my opinion, but they're saying it's an old fad. I don't think it's an old fad. Farmville. I actually still have that on my iPad. So, Farmville, my only memory of Farmville was getting those requests from my Facebook friends all the time. When I think about the amount of time I spent denying Farmville requests, I get sad. I could have used that time to develop a cure for cancer. Oh, boy. Only rich kids had Rock Band? Oh, my gosh. So, yeah, I used to play Farmville quite a bit, I'm ashamed to say. But, yeah, Farmville. It definitely was a soul-sucking game. It would just completely wipe the soul out of you. Yeah. Well, you're very lucky, Steph, that you didn't get into it. Never played it. Lived with farm animals growing up, so why would I want to play it? That makes sense. I was so addicted to that farming game and Farmtown. Yep, I agree. My mom and I played Farmville together. Oh gosh, Steph. I'm ashamed to say that I played Farmville quite a bit, harvesting all those damn crops right before they died. Yeah, with Farmville, you had to keep them going, or else they would all die, and you'd have to start over. Yeah, Farmville. Okay. Okay, this one I remember it, but I never participated in it. Planking, like planking. This was truly one of the dumbest fads of the last few decades, but now in 2019, so this article is from 2019. It seems so innocent and endearing. People would just lie completely flat on different objects and take a picture. That was it. I mean, what was the point of that? Do any of you have an answer to that? I miss old Facebook games, though. Now everything requires 100% ads or money. Yeah, I know. I will say I am on level 2,600 and something of Candy Crush soda, and I have not spent any money. So I'm proud of myself. I've been playing it for years and years and years, though. Yeah. It was dumb, but my boys did it everywhere. Not sure I could even do that. Planking and dabbing. Yep. Yeah, I don't get it either, Hannah. Planking is a workout move. Okay. Hey, Elisa. Planking was from football. Was it really? Okay. All right. Well, that's one I didn't quite get, and I don't get this next one either. So, hey, Morgana. All the ab workouts I've seen planking, and I cry every time. Crackle nail polish. So it's like a crackle effect nail polish. All the bad girls wore crackle nail polish. That's how you knew someone was not to be messed with. See, I didn't have that growing up. It looks super cool, which means that I didn't use it because I was not that cool. I think I was just too old. So, yeah. It's still around. Crackle was huge in high school. Really? Bad girl? See, I don't remember it. I don't remember that one at all. Okay, this one makes me think of Bev. Power beads. I know you guys can't see the picture. I wish I could show you, but no. But it's like all of these beaded bracelets is the picture. Makes me think of Bev and her shop. Power beads. Everyone who was anyone had a bunch of different power beads, elastic bracelets with round different color beads on it that supposedly meant different things and had different healing powers. I remember having a green one and a purple one. I don't know what they meant, but I'm sure my life is better for having worn them. So, yeah. Power beads. I graduated high school in 2008 to give you some context. Oh my gosh. Really? Wow. Kenzie, you know how to make someone feel old, Shug. Except yours don't have power. They might, Bev. You never know. You had power beads? Yeah, I remember wearing beaded bracelets, but I don't know if they were power beads. So, oh no, I'm just kidding with you, Mackenzie. It's fine. I'm old. I admit it. So yeah, if this tells you anything, I graduated high school in 1991. Yeah. So, yeah, Elisa is also a baby. Oh, yeah, there you go, Carol. Pretend that they do. You're right. You pretend that they have power when you wear them. Oh, yeah, mood rings? Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Okay, the next one, if everybody should know, and I don't know how to pronounce the name of the band, but the song "Somebody That I Used to Know" by, is it Gautier? Gautier, I think. The weird music video and weird song, but it was all over the radio for a hot minute. We decided that this was my dog's favorite song for no reason. Okay, whatever. The writer of this article is putting in their personal opinions. Yeah, you remember that song? Somebody That I Used to Know? Yeah. Yeah. Featuring Kimbrough. Yeah. Yeah, I know, right? Love that song. Yeah. Yeah. See, like that was a great song. And then it just disappeared, went away. Like, when was the last time you heard that song? I haven't heard it, and I can't remember how long. I can hear the glockenspiel in my head. Yeah. Just Google it. Google it. All right. Now, I did not know this. I thought this was interesting. The next one, and I had to laugh because the scene that it's showing on my phone is from Arrested Development, the show. Segways. When Segways first hit the market, they were going to transform transportation, but then people actually saw them in action and realized how dumb you look when you're on one. Then, get this, the Segway company owner died in a Segway accident. And that was the end of the Segway. What? Come on now. That's horrible. Horrible. I'm sitting here singing the song. I didn't realize my stepson was still in the bathroom near me. You've heard remixes of it? Yeah. He used to get a mood ring from a souvenir shop at every major tourist destination. I love that song too. Who totally biffed it on a Segway? Really? Oh, Mall Cop. That was a great movie. Yeah. I know. I didn't know that. I did not know that. It just said the Segway company owner died in a Segway accident. Somebody needs to Google that and fact check that, because I did not know that. So I've never been on a Segway. I don't plan to. No, not a thing I want to do. So I'm sorry, but it was hilarious. I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was. Hey, Miss Jenny. Yes. Okay. The next one. I remember doing this as a child. A pot holder loom. So basically, it's almost like a cross stitch holder, but it's square, and you do your yarn in and out of these different. Yeah. If you Google it, you'll see what it is. A pot holder loom, where you could make your own pot holders. They were kits. Some crazy person was like, I know what children want. They want to weave pot holders. And in the 90s, we were all like, yes, that makes sense. I made so many of these stretchy pot holders when I was a kid that my mom had to pretend to like. I made a bunch of them too. So, yeah. Now, every metropolitan city has these bird scooters. Oh, right. Yeah. I made too many of them, all those colorful bands of color. I'm pretty sure my mom still has a pot holder. I'm sure my mom does too, actually, Mackenzie. So every year for 5 years, my mom and Granny got pot holders for Christmas. See, I mean, I think it's a great gift for a child to make. Yeah, I think it's a great gift. Yeah. I wonder if I can find one. A pot holder. See, there's a kit. It says pot holder deluxe. And then there's another box that says pot holder loom. So anyway, I'll look into that. That might be something fun to try on camera. All right, y'all. This was one of my favorite ones. Cabbage Patch Kids. Yes, ma'am. I definitely had a few Cabbage Patch Kids growing up, but I understand why they fell out of fashion. The whole concept is that these human babies grew out of a literal Cabbage Patch. We couldn't be expected to go along with that forever. I loved collecting Cabbage Patch Kids. They were so cute. They had the round faces, and they were always little chubby things. So adorable. So adorable. I know some of y'all had Cabbage Patch Kids. Come on. How could you not? You didn't have any, but your friends did. Oh God, Beanie Babies. Yep. Hmm. I was too old to have one, but I spent a few Christmas going everywhere trying to find them as gifts. Yeah. Yeah, there was a time where you couldn't get any of them. It was like trying to find toilet paper during COVID. It was impossible. You had 3 of them. I even had the Crimp and Curl Cabbage Patch doll. Did you really? You had 2 back in the 80s. That hair, though. I know, right? The hair, it reminds me of like a shaggy dog. Yeah. You're so poor. I missed out on stuff like that. Oh, I'm sorry. Believe me, you weren't missing out on much with these things. They were quite hideous. Okay, the next thing on the list, I don't really understand because it's still a thing. Custom ringtones. The years of my life I wasted recording songs to make custom ringtones for my old cell phones. So much time for something that ultimately matters so little, but at the time, if you didn't have an appropriately personal ringtone for every one of your friends, you were pretty much ostracized from society. I mean, I remember doing that back in the day, but I mean, pretty soon after, you could just choose a ringtone from your phone. You had 2 Cabbage Patch Kids on your Nokia flip phone. Yes. I want to say my first cell phone, I want to say it was a Motorola Razor. It was a pink Razor flip. The actual old version, recording tapes from the radio, right? I used to do that. Like, I would literally sit in front of my, I had like a boombox thing, and I would literally wait for a song to come on the radio. And if it was one I wanted to record, I would hit record. I'd have a tape already in the player and hit record so I could get the song. Yeah, old school. Yeah. Holding your Nokia phone up to the radio and hoping the DJ didn't interrupt it, right? Yep. Held it up to the speakers to catch a song. I have those now. I bet you would just love to know what yours is on my phone. I would, actually. Does it pour some sugar on me? My husband had punk razor forever. Yeah. A pink razor. Yeah. I love those phones. The only problem is they got really hot on your ear. One of mine had orange yarn hair and the other had yellow. For your Cabbage Patch Kids? Hey, Linda. Good to see you, show. That's some old school piracy. Yeah, right? I remember those websites where you could like illegally download stuff. I can't remember the name of them. You record songs on a cassette from the radio. Yep. And then they talk over it, and I'd start late because my mom was yelling and have to wait a whole nother hour. Right. Napster. Yeah. My mom's ringtone is Maneater. Oh my God. LimeWire. Yep. That's another one. Yep. I remember that one. Hey, Amber. Yes. Okay. Now I had one of these too, a hypercolor shirt. So basically it changed color with heat. So it'd be like pink, and then when you wore it, it turned like brighter pink or orange. I had a couple of those shirts I think it was in the late 90s. Yeah. It says, they changed color with heat. They totally disappeared from the racks, probably because whatever material they used to make them is radioactive or toxic. Maybe that's what's wrong with me. Yeah. Totally got some viruses, I'm sure. That's when everyone hated Laura's, during the Napster days. Oh, you had one of those shirts too? Yeah, it was fun. The pits and the boob area, yep. Always turned first. Yep, I remember those shirts. They were fun, but I'm sure they were made out of something not good for you. Oh boy. I honestly don't know this one. Apparently it's a game. It's called Flappy Bird. It's a smartphone game. Exploded in the scene in 2013 and then disappeared just as quickly. It became so insanely popular that the game's creator got overwhelmed and shut the whole thing down by 2014. Why would you shut it down? Yeah, Flappy Bird. It looks like Mario, but with a bird. So they just soaked him in glow stick juice. Really? Just lurking and working. Phoenix Fantasy event started today. Nice. Nice. Flappy Bird was amazing. I was so sad it was gone. I never played Flappy Bird. Your boys played it? You remember it? Oh, it came back later as Angry Birds? Oh, well, I played that for sure. That and another favorite game I used to play was Plants vs. Zombies. I remember Angry Birds. Oh, you were just kidding. Oh, okay. I did play Angry Birds, though. Yeah, I don't remember Flappy Bird, but they're saying that was a fad. Another one I've never heard of called Jetman was basically the same game as Flappy Bird, but you played it on Facebook and you could challenge your friends, and everyone I knew was obsessed with it. You had to use the arrow keys to keep the Jetman floating and not crashing into the blue blocks. Yeah, I don't recall that either. So you played Plants vs. Zombies too? Flappy Bird was so fucking frustrating, was it? Okay, it's probably a good thing I didn't play it. Yeah, I've never heard of Jetman either. Another game was called Snake. It came with your TI-83 graphing calculator. I'm sorry. Never had that. You had to navigate the snake and eat as many of those little crosses as possible. It doesn't ring a bell. Snake from like the old Nokia. I don't know. I guess. I mean, it could be. It doesn't show me the actual phone. It just shows a picture on the screen. Okay. Yeah, everybody's saying Nokia brick phones. We used to get in so much trouble for having games on that calculator. Really? That's insane. Okay, the next one. Live Strong bracelets. Remember the rubber bracelets that had Live Strong on them? If you didn't have a Live Strong bracelet in the mid 2000s, you didn't exist. The yellow piece of rubber was a status symbol. Also, it was like a foundation that supported people with cancer and stuff. But once Live Strong bracelets became popular, the actual mission was beside the point. Yeah. I mean, I think the concept, it was a good concept, but it eventually just got to the point of, okay, let's just make money off of rubber bracelets instead of what you're trying to do is raise awareness of, of an actual issue. So, yes. I think it was Lance Armstrong's, that started up. When Michael makes a fake low star. Yeah, I know. I remember. Yes. So, all right. And the next one, fidget spinners. We all know what those are. It wasn't that long ago. They were everywhere. They were causing problems in schools. The news coverage is endless. And then they just kind of spun out of fashion. I'm not going to lie. They're still kind of fun to use. Yeah, I haven't really seen a lot of them around, actually, recently, now that I think about it. So, yeah. So those are the items that the ones huge trends and fads that everyone forgot about. So I thought that would be something fun to talk about tonight. What are some other ones that you guys can think of? My kids still used it, but they were mostly replaced with poppets. Yep, poppets. I was still teaching during the fidget spinner era. I hated those with the Fire of 1,000 Suns. Clackers? What's that? I don't know what a clacker is, or if I do, I don't know it by name. They have a ton of different fidget type toys now that my Abigail wants every single one of. Oh, I'm sure she does. Tamagotchi? Furbies. Oh my God. I used to have a bunch of Furbies. The plastic pacifiers. Yep. Oh, and you guys remember those pencils with the troll hair on the ends where when you spin it really fast, the hair goes crazy? I used to have a bunch of those. Yeah. Um, and then they also made the troll, like the little dolls with the crazy hair. Yeah. Yeah, I remember. There's so many things from like, 80s, 90s, 2000s. Yeah, lots of things. Gigapats, Lisa Frank. Wait, are you talking about, Hannah, the things you grow? That's like a ceramic pet that you grow stuff out of? The bedazzler. Oh my gosh, moon shoes. What are moon shoes? Should I know what that is? I remember the bedazzler. Milli Vanilli burn parties. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Chia pets, right. Oh, the growing weird jelly aliens. Right, right. I remember you put them in water and they like grow and stuff. They were like Tamagotchi. Okay. Trampolines you strap to your feet. Oh my God, no. My sister had moon shoes, like mini trampolines. Sea monkeys. I remember sea monkeys. Oh my gosh. Those were so much fun. The moon boots. I don't think I had those. Yeah, the troll dolls. Yeah. Trolls used to be so ugly. Then they got an overhaul in a movie. Yeah. I did. I would sit in class and just sit there and just spin my pencils with the troll hair on the end and just do this. It would drive people crazy. It was awesome. So what about those little pills you put in water and they make a sponge like dinosaur shaped? That's, I mean, it's kind of like the concept of sea monkeys, but I know what you're talking about, Sean. The best year as a kid was pink rubber skipping rope. That was fun. I remember rubber skipping rope. Yeah. And we did like a lot of, the really big fat chalk that you could draw on the driveway with. My sister and I would do that quite a bit. We had we called it a space trolley. I don't know what the actual name of it was, but basically it was a very dangerous device. You would connect it between two really big trees far apart and preferably on a slant. And it was on a real thick wire, and the trolley would run on the wire, and you had a handle to hold on to, and then you had a bar to sit on, and someone would push you from one tree to the next. Man, I would just shove my sister so hard into the next tree, but it was a lot of fun. It was dangerous as crap, but it was a lot of fun. So, yeah. High top Nike sneakers. Skip it. Yep. And big wheels. Big wheels were awesome. Brainmore. I remember the skip it. Those killed your ankles. I think I still have scars on my ankles from my razor burn scooter. Oh my gosh. We had actual like roller skates because back when I was a child, they didn't have roller blades. It was just roller skates. Yeah. I used to love the skip it. Mine had a counter and I practiced until it would reset back to 0. Trampoline without nets. Yes. Yes. We were not allowed to have a trampoline. My mom thought they were too dangerous, so we couldn't have one. But yeah, we could have the space trolley. So dumb. Oh boy. The other thing that I used to play with a lot that I don't think is around much anymore are the Smurfs. I used to be obsessed with the Smurfs, and they actually came with a kit of like you could paint the Smurfs. So you were supposed to. It was like an arts and crafts project. So you had paint, blue paint and red paint and all of that, and you paint your Smurfs. Well, I remember I took the set and I went into the living room, and my mom had a really ugly, oh my God, it was horrible. It was like a dark blue sofa with huge hibiscus flowers all over it. That was awful. Anyway, I got paint all over her sofa. Man, I couldn't sit down for like a week. I got my ass beat. Yeah, but I remember having to paint and having fun playing with the paint for Smurfs. So mine were metal and fit into your shoes and tighten with a key. Old school. Yep. Yep. Same here. Can't forget Polly Pockets. Wait, what's a Polly Pocket? I don't even know what that is. See, now I feel old. Y'all are coming up with some good ones that I have no idea what it is. My daughter broke her arm on the Razor scooter. Oh no. I didn't know that's how she broke it. That's awful. Yeah, scooters can be dangerous. I always wanted like a pair of tennis shoes that had like, you know, wheels in them so you could just like wheel around. No, I don't know what a Polly Pocket is. All right, I'm gonna have to Google it. Hold on. Polly Pocket. So it's made by Mattel. Let's see. No, I've never ever seen these. So basically, it's just like a container for dolls and accessories. So you can get like a cat, a unicorn. It's like a storage container almost, right? That's what it looks like. They have an ice cream one. Ooh, that one's called Spinning Surprise. I've never seen that. No. Wheelies. I forgot what they were called, but they were little dolls with rubber skirts, and if you flipped it inside out, it was a cupcake and it smelled like fruit. Was it strawberry shortcake? I need a lightweight fiberglass scooter to carry around when my ankle acts up. No, you just need to go to the freaking doctor, Sean, and get your surgery that they told you to get like 8 years ago. I bought so many Polly Pockets for my granddaughters. The pencils with like 10 little plastic tips that you would cycle through. Wait, the pencils with plastic tips that you would cycle through. No, I don't remember that. Some people collect them. Okay. I can't remember what they were called, but I can still smell the one I had. You like make a doll with different pieces. The sit and spin. Yeah. What about Weebles? Wait, what's that? Do I remember that? Weebles. They're for sale on eBay. Okay, look here. You can get them on Amazon. Oh, so they just like they wibble wobble. Roly-poly toys that originated in 1971 by the company Playskool. They're egg-shaped. Okay. Interesting. They wibble wobble, but don't fall down. Wouldn't that be nice if that's what we could do as we get older, is wibble wobble but not fall down? Yeah. Apparently the dolls were called Tonka dolls. Yeah, I haven't heard of that stuff. Monchichi? What is that, Jenny? Yeah, no, I'm not familiar with Weebles. I didn't play with Polly Pockets, and I didn't play with Weebles. I feel old now. What was the thing? Etch-a-Sketch. I played with Etch-a-Sketch, Light Brights, Barbies. Big Wheel. We actually played when we were younger. I'm really aging myself. We actually played jacks in our driveway, like with a ball and real jacks. Don't ever step on one of those. Oh my gosh, very painful. Yeah. Yeah. Tech decks were the shut, little finger skateboards, stacking point pencils. Let me see. I don't know what that is. Wait, Mackenzie's sending me a photo. What are you sending me a photo of, Shook? Oh, are these the pencils? No, I never used those. That's crazy. Is that a newer thing? How did they stay in there? Wow. No, I've never seen those. That's cool. When the New American Retro doll is from the 1990s, right? Oh my gosh. Did anyone else have a parrot that repeated everything you said? No, I wasn't allowed to have anything like that because it would have driven my mom to the madhouse. Yeah, I don't remember those pencils. They're really cool though. The pencils sucked because if you lost a tip, you couldn't use it. Oh, right, because there'd be a space in there and it wouldn't stay, right? I used to buy them every time we went to the store. Yeah, no, I've honestly, I've never seen those. The tip and back end were tighter, so it held in place. They were very secure in the pencil. Okay, that's crazy. No, I'll have to show that to Adam. I don't remember ever seeing anything like that. I mean, I remember the mechanical pencils, of course, that you just kept pushing the thing and more lead would come out, but not this that had individual tips like that. That's really cool. Interesting. I used to do spirographs. Really? I don't know if I'd have the patience for that. That would take a lot of patience, I would think. So, but yeah, I thought that was a fun article to read to you guys and talk about and see if any of y'all could relate to any of those items. So, yes. And before I go, I'm thinking about changing my live time. Still want to do it on Monday nights, but instead of 7:30, I'm thinking about pushing it to 8 o'clock, just because it's quite a rush for me to get dinner ready, have dinner, eat dinner, get presentable to go on YouTube by 7:30. So an extra 30 minutes would really help me. So let me know what you guys think. I'll probably do that soon. I don't know if I'll do it next week, but and I think next week I'm going to be interviewing an artist, one of Lazy River's artists, Bryn. I think. Not sure yet, but Steph will keep me posted on that. So yeah, sand art. Yeah. So yeah. I figured that might give people a little bit more time as well. So yeah. So just a heads up, I'll put it on YouTube in the community tab. I'll also put it on Instagram when I do change it to 8 o'clock. And of course, you'll see it on the thumbnail as well. So yes, thanks everybody for coming tonight. I really appreciate it. I hope all of you are planning on having a good week. Stay positive, do something fun for you. Get outside if you can and enjoy the warmer weather that's coming around. And I will see you again sometime this week with a video unboxing Lazy River pens for sure. So bye guys. Thank you so much for being here.